Hello guys, welcome to my channel. This is Rathindra. Today we will be studying a topic from strength of material. That we will be studying is theories of failure. Please mind that there are 5 theories. The first one is maximum principal stress theory, second one is maximum shear stress theory, third one is maximum distortion energy theory, and the fourth one is maximum strain energy theory, and the last but not the least, the fifth one is the maximum principal strain theory. Okay, so why do we are going to study this topic that is called theories of failure? Just in case of our UTM, that is universal testing machine, in the simple one-axis axial pull, we take a specimen and we pull it with a tension force, and we see what is the strength of the material, right? That is the ultimate point of the material. But what if there is a complicated state of stress? There are more than one stress in other two directions. Means there is a stress condition in the x-axis, in the y-axis, also in the z-axis. So in this case, it is difficult to determine which force is or which stress is causing what kind of effect on the body. In case of this thing, where there is a complicated state of stress, not only one axial pull or axial tension force, in this case we have to find out using the theories of failure. The first theory, that is the maximum principal stress, is put forward by Rankine. So it is also called as Rankine's theory. Okay. The second theory is the maximum shear stress theory, which is also called as Tresca and gas theory. And the third theory that we have spoken is the maximum distortion energy theory, which is also called as von Mises theory. And the fourth one, that is the maximum strain energy theory, is also called as Haigh's theory. And the last one, that is the fifth one, is the maximum principal strain theory, which is also called as Saint Venant's theory. Except the last four, the first theory, that is the maximum principal stress theory, is mainly used for the brittle material, and the last four are seen using for the ductile material. And the last one, that is the maximum principal strain theory, is very used less. That is the maximum principal strain theory, the fifth, the Saint Venant's theory, the fifth one, right, that we have spoken. It is used very less. Okay, so let's come one by one, the first theory and the second theory and third and so on. Okay, the first theory is the maximum principal stress theory, or the Rankine's theory. It states when the maximum principal stress of the observed specimen becomes equal to the maximum principal stress of the same specimen during simple tension test, at failure, the material will fail. Are you getting my point? Okay. Coming to the second failure theory, that is the maximum shear stress theory, or the Tresca and gas theory. It states when the maximum shear stress of the observed specimen becomes equal to the maximum shear stress of the same specimen during simple tension test, at failure, the material will fail. Third, the maximum distortion energy theory. It states when the maximum distortion energy of the observed specimen becomes equal to the maximum distortion energy during the simple tension test, the material will fail. The fourth theory, that is the maximum strain energy theory, it states when the maximum strain energy of the observed specimen becomes equal to the maximum strain energy of the same specimen during the simple tension test, the material will fail. The fifth theory, that is the Saint Venant's theory, or the maximum principal strain theory. It states when the maximum principal strain of the observed specimen becomes equal to the maximum principal strain of the same specimen during simple tension test, the material will fail. So as we have discussed, let us consider this as, suppose this is our specimen, and in UTM we are pulling it. Okay, means we are doing a simple tension test, that is a simple tension test in UTM, that is in uniaxial. Okay, in the only in this one axis. Okay, in this way. So as we have discussed, if we pull it in differ in direction in a complicated state of stress, then as per the definition of the maximum principal stress theory, that is the Rankine's theory, it states that if the maximum principal stress during the complicated state of stress becomes equal to the maximum principal stress during the simple tension test, what will happen? The material will fail. Let us consider this complicated stress as sigma 1 greater than sigma 2, sigma 3. This is just the consideration, which means this is our sigma max and this is our sigma mean. What will happen in simple tension test? What will happen in simple tension test? Can you tell me? Your sigma 2 will be 0, your sigma 3 will also be equal to 0. So as per the statement, if your sigma 1 becomes equal to sigma yt, your material will actually fail. So to make a safe equation, sigma 1 is equal to sigma yt by FOS. FOS is nothing but your factor of safety, right? This FOS is what? Your factor of safety. Are you getting my point? This is the statement. This that is your saying. This is your statement actually. This is nothing but your statement. That is, if this sigma 1 during the simple tension test, if it is becomes equal to that principal stress during this complicated state of stress, the material will actually fail. To make a safe equation, your sigma yt, that is sigma 1, will be equal to sigma yt by FOS. As you know, factor of safety is nothing but your ultimate stress or your yield stress, if you can remember from the previous lessons, by working stress or safe stress. Are you getting my point? Therefore, what will be your safe stress then? If we take this here, it will be equal to your ultimate stress by FOS, or it will be your yield stress by FOS, which is nothing but sigma yt by FOS. Are you getting my point? So what we have done, we have written safe stress is equal to this thing or this thing, that is yield stress by FOS or the ultimate stress by FOS. Okay, if it is a brittle material, we will definitely consider the ultimate stress, and if it is a ductile material, we will consider the yield stress. This is your ultimate, this is the maximum stress. So as you know, the factor of safety is nothing but the maximum stress by working stress or maximum stress by safe stress. So what will your safe stress will become? It will be ultimate stress or yield stress by the factor of safety. So see, this sigma yt is nothing but this sigma yt. Y is designating it is as yield and T is designating as the process is in tension. Okay, this sigma yt, in place of sigma yt, we can also write it as sigma 1 is equal to sigma ut, where ut is designating it as a ultimate and T is again showing it as a tension process. So it can be written as sigma 1 is equal to sigma yt or sigma ut by FOS as per the first principle stress theory. Okay, coming to the second, again we have to take the same condition in all the principle, theories of failure. In the second, that is a maximum shear stress theory, that is also called as Tresca and Guess theory. Okay, as we know, during the simple tension test, your sigma 2 is equal to 0 and sigma 3 is also equal to 0, right? In your simple tension test, this is your condition, right? Because during your simple tension test, as we have seen earlier, there is only uniaxial stress. Therefore, the other two stresses, that is the sigma 2 and the sigma 3, will be equal to 0. As we know,
tau max is equal to sigma max minus sigma min by 2. Yes, you remember this one was your sigma max and this one was your sigma min. So what it will become? It will become sigma 1 minus sigma 3 by 2 tau max. Are you getting my point? Okay. What it says that as the theory, if this sigma 1 minus sigma 3 by 2 becomes equal to sigma yt of the that is the sigma yt by 2 of the uh, what should I say of the first simple tension test, what it will become? It will become sigma 1 minus sigma 3 equal to sigma yt. This will, if this happens as per the statement, it will become a failure case, means the material will fail. To save it, you have to divide it again by FOS. Okay, so as per the second thing, sigma 1 minus sigma 3 is equal to sigma yt by FOS. Okay, so coming to your third point, maximum distortion energy theory. Okay, this is an expression actually. U, that is the max distortion energy, 1 by 12g sigma 1 minus sigma 2 whole square plus sigma 2 minus sigma 3 whole square sigma 3 minus sigma 1 whole square. Okay, so as per the simple tension test, what will happen? Again your sigma 2 is equal to 0, sigma 3 is equal to 0, because this is the condition in simple tension test, right? So your U will actually becomes, by putting sigma 2 and sigma 3 is equal to 0, your U will become 1 by 12g into 2 into sigma 1 square. And as you know, as for the first case we have seen, your sigma 1 is nothing but your sigma yt. Okay, sigma yt. So as per the statement, uh, this value is equal to the this if as per the statement of the third theory, if this value becomes equal to this entire expression, your material will fail. So what will happen? We will try to equate it, and we will thereby at the end we will find out the safe equation. So 1 by 12g 2 into sigma yt whole square will be equal to 1 by 12g, the main expression, sigma 1 minus sigma 2 whole square, sigma 2 minus sigma 3 and sigma 3 minus sigma 1 whole square. So what will become? We can, this is as per the statement. How this becomes equal to the entire expression? It is as per the statement of the theory, that is the maximum distortion energy theory. So what it will become? It will become sigma yt, okay, half, the entire thing will come here, sigma 1 2, it will be under the square root of the entire expression, okay, sigma 3 minus sigma 1 whole square. Okay, and as per the statement, if this is equal to this expression, that your material will fail. To make it a safe equation, what we will do? We will make it safe stress by dividing it with the FOS. Okay, so this is the third theory, that is the maximum distortion energy, which is also called as von Mises theory. Coming to the fourth. Okay, coming to the fourth, that is your maximum strain energy theory. We can write the maximum strain energy theory as 1 by 2e sigma 1 square plus sigma 2 square plus sigma 3 square 2 mu sigma 1 into sigma 2 sigma 2 into sigma 3 sigma 3 into sigma 1. Are you getting it? So as per the simple tension test, what will happen? Your sigma 2 is equal to 0, sigma 3 is equal to 0. So your strain energy will become, by putting this sigma 2 and sigma 3 equal to 0, your expression will become 1 by 2e into sigma 1 square. So 1 by 2e sigma yt square. Okay, so as per the statement, that is the fourth theory, what will become? If this thing becomes equal to the entire this expression. Okay, so what will happen then? Your material will actually fail until you make it a safe equation. So 1 by 2e, okay, sigma yt square will be equal to 1 by 2e. This entire expression, sigma 1 square, sigma 2 square, sigma 3 square, 2 mu. This is mu is nothing but your Poisson's ratio. Sigma 2 into sigma 3 into sigma 1. So 1 by twice e twice sigma. This is as per the statement. This entire thing, okay, the equation. So it will again become sigma yt. It will come into the square root of sigma 1 square plus sigma 2 square plus sigma 3 square plus, okay, sorry, it will be minus 2 mu 1 sigma 2 sigma 2 sigma 3 sigma 3 sigma 1. Are you getting my point? Okay, so this is the failure equation as per this one. To make it a safe equation, what we will do? We will divide it with the FOS. So this is the fourth theory, that is the maximum strain energy theory, which is also called as Haigh theory. Okay, Haigh theory. So coming to the fifth. Okay, coming to the fifth, it is the maximum principal strain theory. As you know, epsilon 1 can be written as sigma 1 by E minus 1 by E sigma 2 plus sigma 3. Yes, in three-dimensional strain condition we have already seen this formula. Yes, so in your simple tension test, what will become? Your sigma 2 will be equal to 0, sigma 3 is also equal to 0. Then your epsilon 1 will be equal to what? Equal to sigma 1 by E, which can be written as sigma yt by E. So as per the statement, what we need to do? We need to do this. It will be equal to this equation. Okay, so what will become? It will become sigma yt by E is equal to 1 by E sigma 1 minus sigma 2 plus sigma 3. Are you getting my point? There will be a mu. I have missed the mu, that is the uh, Poisson's ratio. Okay, please make this correction. There will be mu. Okay, so what will happen? Your E and E will gone. This equation has come from what? From the fifth statement, that is the statement of the fifth theory, that is the maximum principal strain theory, sorry, maximum principal strain theory, which is also called as Saint Venant's theory. So what will happen? Sigma yt will be equal to sigma 1 minus mu into sigma 2 plus sigma 3. Okay, so to make it a safe equation, what will happen? It will equal to sigma yt by force is equal to sigma 1 minus mu into sigma 2 plus sigma 3. So this is the final and the last theory. This is the Saint Venant's theory. And I am thanking all of you once again for liking, sharing my content and giving me good numbers of subscribers. And I please again assure that request you all to subscribe my channel, and I will be thankful because this actually motivates me. Thank you so much.